Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel, Drew Blaze 20 YouTube, Diablo on Switch. Today we're reacting to Final Fantasy VII Remake all bosses. So it starts out with the Scorpion Sentinel. That's the first boss, if I'm correct. Those are all bosses. Roche is the next boss that you fight. The next boss is the Crab Warden. That's this right here. That's the Crab Warden. That is the next boss you fight after Roche. Next boss is this guy right here. He's the Airbuster boss right here. More photos of the Airbuster boss. Next boss you fight is him. Reno. One tough boss if you ask me. As you can see, gameplay right here. Next boss you fight is Rue. How rude is that? These are no bosses, these are bad guys. Next boss you fight is Beck. That's him right here. Next boss you actually fight is, you guessed it, Hell House. That's this right here. You're still fighting Hell House. Next boss you fight is Pounds, which is him. Really strong and dope. I mean, Abzul, sorry, Abzul. That's Abzul. It's really tall, if you ask me. You only have Tiva and Eret at your side. Next boss you fight should be this guy right here, named Cool. That's cool. Illigor is the next boss you should encounter. That's Illagor, the next boss that you fight. It's like a mechanic kind of thing. In case I don't reach it enough on my phone, I'll put another video up later on today about the part 2 of the next bosses that you encounter. That's Illagor, a horse-like mechanic. Next boss you encounter is not Tifa, by the way. It's Reno and Rue. That's Reno. And Rude is this helicopter right here. Next boss should be the failed experiment, right? We'll be right back. Guys, we're back. Okay, guys, we're back. Next boss you fight is the failed experiment. As you can see, it's really crazy if you ask me. Then Abzul 2. Whenever this decides to show up, Abzul comes back. You fight in round 2 again. That's Abzul, round 2. Yeah, that's Abzul looking all ugly. So I guess he escapes from the first fight you fight him. Oh, the next boss you should fight should be the Valkyrie. That's it right here. It's like a robotic kind of drone. If I don't reach up to all part 1 of this, I'll let you guys know down in the comments. Specimen should be the next boss you encounter, which is this little creature, which is not a creature, is not little anymore. It's an ugly-like creature. Look at that. Like some kind of Resident Evil stuff. Yeah, that's Specimen. It's like a creature from Resident Evil mixed up with Final Fantasy. Okay. The next boss you should fight is the Brain Pod right here. Another stuff from a warehouse, kind of crazy little creature. Next boss should be Sword Specimen. Oh, it's another leech kind of creature, if you ask me. Look at that. It's flying in mid-air. It's flying in mid-air and you have to attack it. Okay. The next boss should be Genova Dreamweaver. Oh, it looks so crazy Final Fantasy with some kind of Resident Evil kind of mixture. See tentacle bee and stuff. Rufus and Dark Star are the next boss you encounter. So that's Dark Star the dog, that's Rufus. Whenever this decides to show up. Hold on, we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back on the channel. Next boss you encounter is the Arsenal, which is another mechanical mech kind of boss. I don't know, I think we might be able to get it properly. That's the Arsenal right there. The next boss you should be encountering is Mortal Ball. Mortal Ball. As you can see, it's just like some kind of Fast and Furious mixed up with some kind of Final Fantasy stuff. Gameplay right here. Okay. More images of Mortal Ball. The next boss you fight is Whisper Harbinger, which is another creature of Resident Evil Nemesis in this future form or whatever, mixed with Final Fantasy kind of stuff. And he's called Whisper Harbinger, and he's so gigantic. That is Whisper Harbinger. Oh my god, it reminds me of that boss fight in Final Fantasy 15. Oh, now he definitely reminds me of Virgil. Ooh. Looks like a villain from Final Fantasy 15. Now we gotta speed this up to make sure we get every boss. In the next video, I'll probably post up like photos of them instead. That's Whisper Harbinger. And the camera angle is so hard to get. Final boss you encounter is this guy right here. Whenever it decides to load up, oh my gosh. This is the final boss you encounter, Sephiroth. That's the final boss you encounter.